Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm continuing with the Bitterleaf Spring Raw Pu'ers. This one is Underdog 2025 Spring Bulang Raw Pu'er. I have already recorded this video once and posted it, and somewhere in between the editing and the upload, for whatever reason, all the sound was lost. It's the third time it's happened. I don't know if it's YouTube or my editing software or what, because it definitely had sound before I edited it, and it definitely had sound after I edited it. So I think it's a lot around the lines of uploading to YouTube for some reason. But yeah, so here I am recording again because like a dummy, once it was uploaded to YouTube, I just kind of deleted the footage on my end. I was like, oh, it's all good. It's fine. It's taking up space. Well, we don't need it. Turns out I needed it. But anyways, I got the cake. Unfortunately, it's already open, so no cool footage of that. But we will discuss the cake, the price, the taste, the smell. I very much liked this last time. I said in the last video it was going to go on the favorites playlist, so yeah, it's going to go on the favorites playlist. Made from Quality Arbor Xiaomu material. Also, before I start, feel free to skip ahead or skip around or skip to the end where I say my final thoughts and tasting notes, by all means. Material collected from various villages in Bulang mountain range. This tea offers a pleasant but not overpowering kueh, which is bitterness up front. This quickly yields to a gentle fragrance that lingers in the mouth and throat before transforming to persistent huigan, returning sweetness. An all-around enjoyable tea brewing style can help steer the direction of your session. Brew with a heavier hand to embrace its burly nature, or go lighter on leave and steep times to coax out floral fragrances and enjoy mineral sweetness. Rather than relying on name, this tea earns points based off of merit, outperforming teas twice its size. We recommend cakes for now, tongs for later. It's going for 18 cents a gram. Bulang Mountains, Sichuanbana Prefecture. Picking period was March 17th through the 22nd, 2025. For this one cake, first, actually, for the 21-gram sample, which is three 7 to 8 gram Dragon Balls, is $4.50. So very reasonable, as always, with the pricing there, in my opinion. 200-gram cake is $35, and 1 kilo is $158. Unfortunately, the sale is over now. I posted my matcha video the other day during the sale, so everything was pretty low price. Had a pretty nice, like, 10 to 20% off sale, and they were giving away free stuff. But they still got free shipping on orders over $99, and I would always recommend, coming from China, I'd always recommend ordering at least $100 to get your money's worth. So yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna do a quick dry smell from directly from the bag, just to get all that concentrated scent. It smells really nice. It's nothing crazy on the dry smell, I will say. It smells like a Sheng Puer, right? It smells like a little vegetal. There's a little bit of floralness. It's definitely still a little fresh. There's a bit of that fresh kind of wet leaf scent to it. It's not super strong, though. It's definitely going away. And there's a bit of like a fruity sweetness that I'm getting as well. It's just like a vague fruit. But it smells real nice. Nothing. I will say nothing too crazy on that dry smell. But let's get that cake out and break some leaves off. Hopefully, I broke off a bunch last time and just piled them in the middle. I tend to do that. We'll see. There's a little bit. I don't know if anyone else does that when you have like a big cake, but I'll break them off and just kind of stick them in the middle like that for safekeeping. It's kind of funny. That's definitely not enough though. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna break some more of this off. Also, just so you get a good view of the cake, because I haven't really shown it yet. Here it is in all its glory. Looking like a show pour, nothing crazy. It's definitely a lot darker than I would expect for a pretty fresh show, but yeah, it looks good. There's my broken off bits. I got a nice big one and some pretty whole leaves. I think I did pretty well. All right, we are going at, what is this, 97C. That's 207 Fahrenheit, give or take. I think 207 Fahrenheit sounds about right. We're doing a quick wash, as quick as possible, as always. And then we will do a quick wet leaf smell on there, just to try to describe all the smell notes to you. Definitely getting a lot of hay scent just from here. And then my new little capture bowl I got from Bitterleaf. I actually like it a lot. It's really cool. It's simple, but it looks nice, you know. I still got my big mug in the background because, frankly, sometimes I drink more tea than I should, and I'm too lazy to dump it all out right away. But there's your wash. Looking good. And let's do a quick wet leaf smell. Yeah, there is a bit of an overarching, like, sweet hay scent. I feel it'll, if I recall correctly, when I last had it, and my current feelings, I feel it'll go away probably pretty quick after maybe the first steep. There's quite a bit of sweetness in the scent, and a lot of fruitiness, I feel. Yeah, it smells very nice. Vegetal, a lot of sweetness in the scent and like natural fruitiness, and I feel like there's a bit of a astringent note in the smell, which I feel like I associate it with minerality, and that overarching sweet like hay note as well, which I do feel will probably go away after this first steep. I'll probably get a little of that taste in this first steep, and then steep again, and it'll probably clear up mostly. I feel like especially in a lot of these fresher Shang pu'ers, we'll give that another sec, but I feel like a lot in a lot of these fresher Shang pu'ers that they have that really vegetal hay straw grassy note, and it tends to calm down pretty quick in pu'ers that aren't meant to have that, at least. Some of them, you know, out there will be grassy and like vegetal and hay-like the whole way. It really just depends. But this is one I don't feel will remain that way. Really just based off of gut and experience. I don't have any better explanation than that. Let's dump out this wash. All right, first steep. Really nice, real deep orange gold color. A lot of color to it real quick. Leaves look nice and whole, nice and green. Let's get another smell off that real quick. Let's see. It's definitely still there. Yeah, I think one more steep after this. I guess I should have said after the second one, because this first steep's definitely gonna have that hay-like flavor, I think. But not a bad thing, just something to note. And I do have a feeling it'd probably take a lot to make this tea more bitter. From what I recall, quite a bit of sweetness, quite a bit of minerality, and like a slight overarching astringency and bitter, very slight. It was almost really, it was actually really good because it's a balancing. All right, I've let the first steep cool. Now I'm gonna give it a taste. Definitely quite a bit of minerality to it. Almost reminds me of some of those what are they? The rock oolongs I've had. Like definitely approaching that strength of minerality. It's quite intense if you're into rocks. This is definitely the tea for you. There is definitely that what they call it, the kuei, the bitterness up front, and then there's just that nice sweetness that comes in behind it, along with some floralness, and they all kind of work in harmony. It's definitely really nice. I do enjoy this tea. Usually, I will say minerality isn't like my most favorite of flavors, but I definitely lean towards floral. But this all works together. It has that beginning very slight bitterness and that sweetness that comes in after that just kind of I don't know, lingers. It's like the on the palate and the back of the tongue and just kind of stays around. And I still get that. I don't know if it's more in the smell or the taste, but I'm still getting that sweet hay note. And then I'm getting some like some fruitiness in that sweet mixed with that sweetness. I think I'm gonna do a second steep real quick because I want to see if it changes at all, especially with that vegetal like hay notes. I do feel like those will calm down and maybe some more fruitiness will come out. All right, here is that second steep. About the same temp, a little hotter, 98C. So what, like 209, 208 Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Something to note that's interesting is after it cooled off a bit, it like got super hazy. If you look at the comparison there, like it's very hazy. I don't know if you could see it too well on camera. But see how hazy that is in comparison to like, and that's like after it cooled off. That's kind of cool, right? Kind of weird. But yeah, I'm gonna let this cool off a bit, and we'll see if you can see that. But that's the second steep for you. All right, I'm gonna try that second steep, but I'm pretty sure. So this is the second steep I poured up, but I'm pretty sure after it's cooled, it got hazy again. Yeah, it's interesting. It like lightens up to like a lighter orange color, and it gets like a haziness to it. I wonder what does that. Really cool to see, honestly. That's weird. Um, a little more bitterness now. It's still very mild. I'd say if you're not used to bitterness in teas, this might be a good starting point. It's I'd say pretty balanced. It has that bitterness blended with the floral notes and that following sweetness and the minerality. It's definitely a balanced bitterness. It's not overpowering like when I had, I think, the Naka Beauty Puer. That one was quite bitter. Or the oh yeah, it was the Man Zwan Old Arbor Raw Pu'er tea cake. It's a 2024. I think my title of the video was they only made 15 cakes of this tea, something like that. That one had quite an upfront bitterness as well. Definitely considerably less balanced, especially like Naka Beauty. I think those were going for the bitterness. This one is, and I didn't mention those hay grassy notes have definitely chilled out now, and I'd say that bitterness and minerality are definitely on the forefront of the flavor now. But it's not overpowering to me by any means. I think if you really wanted to coax out more bitterness to really make that shine, you could definitely do that by brewing it a little hotter or a little longer. And I'd say the body of this tea is definitely moderate. It's in the middle. It's like light middle. It's not super heavy. And it's nice. It's not leaving my mouth like super dry or parched or anything. I feel like there's almost a it's like one of those teas that kind of makes your mouth water a little, and you want to, and then it starts to dry out over time, and you want to drink more. But yeah, real nice, real approachable, easy to drink. If you're new to raw pu'ers, I think this is a reasonable one to start with. There might be some milder ones out there. If you're not ready for the bitterness and like the super vegetal nature of raw pu'ers, but this one's definitely on the milder side, I'd say, and real approachable as far as price. Considering it's only $35 for a cake, I would at least recommend trying some Dragon Balls. I would always say get the sample before you buy a cake. I'm weird and I just buy cakes willy nilly sometimes because they look cool. As well as I just like Bitterleaf, so that's who I am. But 450 for three Dragon Balls, not too bad. I think that's all I have to say on this one, though. It is going on the favorites list. It's good pour all around, and nice balanced bitterness with sweetness and that minerality. Moderate body, a little bit of fruitiness in there, lingering sweetness. Yeah, I like it a lot. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tea content. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.